Good afternoon to all of you. Please take your seat. Myself, Shubham Rathod, a very warm welcome to all of you. Today we have gathered here for an invited talk organized by Pathfinder Research and Training Foundation. Let me introduce our guest to you. Our guest is Mr. Anand Kumar. Mr. Anand is a structural biologist at Sanofi Research and Development, Paris. Mr. Anand's academic profile is fascinating. He did BSc Biotechnology from Raj Rishi College, Alwar, Rajasthan. Later, he qualified MSc entrance exam conducted by JNU. Then he completed his MSc in Life Sciences from JNU. Then he qualified CSIR net with All India rank 1, and then he joined Pasteur Institute Paris for his PhD work. Later he completed his postdoc from IECB Bordeaux, and there are many awards and honors that have been achieved by Mr. Anand. Now I request our chief guest for delivering the guidance to our students.
I'll start with my background where I did my PhD, my education, and then I'll start with the question conversation with you, and if you have any question. So मैंने BSc किया है राजस्थान यूनिवर्सिटी से, और वो भी एक छोटे से कॉलेज से. तो वहाँ पे BSc बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, वहाँ पे लैब्स भी नहीं थी इतनी अच्छी, और उस लेवल पे आपको यदि JNU में एडमिशन चाहिए या IIT में एडमिशन चाहिए तो उस लेवल की तैयारी नहीं होती थी. तो मैंने पाथफाइंडर ज्वाइन किया, और पाथफाइंडर में जब पहली बार आया था तो मुझे याद है पहली बार मेरा रैंक था सेकंड नीचे से. तो इम्प्रूव किया, प्रिपरेशन किया, रात को 9 बजे पढ़ता था बैठने, सुबह 4 बजे तक पढ़ा, 2-3 महीने तक सब कुछ छोड़ा, लैपटॉप, मोबाइल. उसके बाद रैंक इम्प्रूव हुआ, टॉप 5 में बना रहा, एंड आई हैड अपॉर्चुनिटी टू ज्वाइन एनी यूनिवर्सिटी इन इंडिया लाइक JNU, IIT और वट एवर वाज अवेलेबल. उसके बाद जैसे इंट्रोडक्शन दिया कि CSIR में, तो मास्टर के साथ JNU का प्रोग्राम इतना अच्छा था कि तुम्हारा CSIR इजीली निकल जाता है, और मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली कि मेरा फर्स्ट रैंक आ गया. और उसके बाद मुझे डिसाइड किया कि मुझे करना क्या है. तो उस लेवल पे खुद समझ में आ जाता है कि तुमको करना क्या है. तुमको रिसर्च में जाना है, या फिर इंडस्ट्री ज्वाइन करनी है, या PhD इंडिया से करनी है, बाहर से करनी है. मेरे पास ऑप्शन थे PhD करने के, JNU में था, ICGB में था, बट मैंने डिसाइड किया मुझे बाहर करना है. मैंने बाहर से किया, और मैंने PhD में जो काम किया है वो किया है CD20 पे, विच इज़ ए मेम्ब्रेन प्रोटीन कैंसर ड्रग टारगेट. सो जब कैंसर ड्रग बाइंड कर दी है उस पर, तो उसकी मैकेनिज्म को अंडरस्टैंड करना था. तो हमने अंडरस्टैंड किया कि एक ड्रग जब बाइंड करती है तो कॉम्प्लीमेंट एक्टिवेट करती है, जब दूसरी ड्रग बाइंड करती है तो प्रोग्राम सेल डेथ एक्टिवेट करती है. प्रोग्रामिंग जो ADCC होता है, एंटीबॉडी डिपेंडेंट सेल साइटोटॉक्सिसिटी, तो वो हमने देखा कि कैसे होता है. उसको पब्लिश किया साइंस में, विच इज़ वेल नोन जर्नल. एंड उसके बाद मैंने सोचा कि क्या करना चाहिए, अकेडमिया में कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए या फिर इंडस्ट्री में जाना चाहिए. मेरे पास दोनों ऑप्शन थे, क्योंकि तुम जब हार्ड वर्क करते हो, मोटिवेटेड हो, तो तुम्हारे पास ऑप्शन अपने आप आते हैं. तो मेरे पास पोस्टडॉक का ऑप्शन था स्विट्ज़रलैंड से, EPFL से और USA से, और मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली Sanofi में. एट दिस लेवल कि तुम्हें क्या करना है तुम डिसाइड करते हो, सलाह लेते हो किसी से. मैंने पर्नो सर से पूछा, मैंने अपने प्रोफेसर से पूछा, सबने बोला कि तुम्हें क्या करना है फ्यूचर में. एंड देन सबकी जो सलाह है, सबकी जो इन्फॉर्मेशन तुम कलेक्ट करके तुमको डिसाइड करना है कि तुमको क्या करना है. तो मुझे लगा कि मेरे लिए अच्छा ऑप्शन है इंडस्ट्री में जाना. तो आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग एज ए साइंटिस्ट इन Sanofi, विच इज़ फ्रांस का सबसे बड़ा कंपनी है और दुनिया का 5वें नंबर का कंपनी है Sanofi. तो वहाँ पे मैं जो काम कर रहा हूँ अभी वो ड्रग डिजाइनिंग है. व्हाट आई डू एक्चुअली टू सॉल्व द प्रोटीन स्ट्रक्चर. सो सबसे पहले तुम टारगेट को देखते हो कि टारगेट क्या है तुम्हारा, एंड देन यू डिज़ाइन ड्रग. सो एंड देन you solve the structure and see the drug how to bind, and then fine tune to improve the efficacy, improve the effect of the drug. So that's what I do at Paris, and I would be happy to talk to you, and I'm happy to answer your question if you have any comment. Yeah. Yeah, so.
Sir, आपने foreign क्यों join किया? Indian
That's a great question. I had SPM, मेरे पास सब कुछ था, बट मुझे PhD सिर्फ 4 साल में करना था, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आई डोंट नो हाउ द सिचुएशन राइट नाउ, और मेरा जो टारगेट मुझे स्टडी करना था मेम्ब्रेन प्रोटीन्स पे, विच इज़ क्वाइट एक्सपेंसिव एंड देयर आर नॉट सो मेनी लेबोरेटरीज इन इंडिया which working on membrane proteins. So that's why I decided to go Europe specifically, and that's why I selected the Max Planck and Pasteur Institute.
specialization.
Yes. Yeah.
So how do you decide your topic?
That's great. So when in India, PhD system is different. When you apply for any fellowship, you get the fellowship, you get the labs, and you have lab rotation, and then decide what you want to do. But in Europe, it's slightly different, because you need to decide first which topic you want to work on. So there's a list of topics in the PhD labs. Usually they advertise the position and then write what you want to work on. So then I decided to join Pasteur Institute, because there was a project which I was really liked the project, and I went for interview. There was interview for 7 days, and yeah, you can just search through the positions, and they advertise, okay, this position is for plant or plant protein or something disease protein, or this protein this position is for the microbiology or specific like that. Yeah.
How to shortlist labs or colleges while choosing while applying for PhD in foreign countries?
There are two things. If you have research experience, like if you are doing something in the research, like if you are working on some specific field, you did your master training on structural biology or microbiology or cell biology or cancer biology. So based on that, because they also need to know something about the field. So based on that, you shortlist your choices, and your interest is most important, how motivated you are for that subject. Yeah.
So
Yes.
this publication is helpful in getting admission in PhD. Sir, I have 2 papers in LCBR, one impact factor of 8.4 and 3.4.
Yes.
Is it helpful in getting admission in PhD program?
I did not have any publication when I applied, first thing. And the second thing, it depends how strong your CV is. Definitely the paper, if you have some paper, they definitely consider it. But you can get the position without publication also. Yeah. Yeah.
So which factors we should consider while we are applying for PhD in abroad?
Which factors you're considering? You should consider like what is your main plan for 5 years? If you're looking for, like if you're looking faster PhD, you go Europe. The situation of PhD in USA is similar to India, because it takes like 5 to 6 years. And the thing is, after PhD, if you're now go for postdoc, it becomes much easier if you do PhD from outside. But I think, yeah, there's no limiting factor, I think. If you're interested, if you're motivated, just apply. And
इंडिया से PhD करने के बाद abroad से postdoc easily?
it's if you're talented, you can move to abroad anytime. If you have good papers from India, it becomes much easier. But the timeline takes it in India. I think it takes slightly more time than Europe. Yeah. But if you're doing PhD in Europe and you're looking for the position, they have more preference for the person who is already there, who has experience living there. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one basic question.
Yes.
How do you crack CSIR 19%?
That's really good. That was Pathfinder actually, because when I come from, as I told, come from Alwar, I got the at this level, I didn't have much information how to crack the exam. I didn't have much knowledge how to write the exam, which are the options are available. But I got the information from my senior, who's in Pathfinder and cracked the IIT. And then yes, I'm going to join IIT for my master's. Then I joined then I joined Pathfinder, and I was like getting low rank, like demotivating, but I took it in different way. And I started studying, and then, getting more and more knowledge. I studied a lot, and after that, I could crack each and every exam. I got IIT exam, IIT admission in IIT. I got ICR. I got to JNU, Life Science Biotech. So, and then I contacted Pranav sir. Sir, what should I do now? And sir, like, no, if you're doing life sciences, don't go IIT, go to JNU. And this is how I studied a lot during Pathfinder, and my basics were clear here, and then it helped me to clear CSIR actually. I didn't study for CSIR at all, but my basics were clear before. So you need to study and you need to clear your basics. And the best thing, you have Pathfinder books, you listen from sir, and then you make your own notes.
Yes.
That's very important, and keep up to date. Like whatever whatever sir is teaching you, you just go home, repeat it, and then come back with same. And then each week or each month, you repeat all the things that you left behind.
Sir, how do you know that the things you have studied is insufficient for cracking the net?
So, yes, कोई भी एग्जाम में ऐसा नहीं होता है कि तुम्हें 100% मार्क्स चाहिए तभी क्रैक होगा. The toppers already also gets like 60% or 55% marks. So you see, already 45% is वो भी छोड़ता है जो टॉपर होता है. तो क्रैक करने के लिए you don't need to study each and everything, but you need to study certain things that you are confident enough on that and clear your concept on that. That would be my first thing, because I was selecting some things like, okay, I don't want to study this topic because it's too hard for me, so I leave it. I left it for masters. Yeah. So select your topics, focus on that, clear on concept. But whatever you're selecting, you should be like on top of that. You should have all the concept clear on the topics, and don't leave all the half of the topics. You can leave 1, 2, 3, but not all. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
postdoc is compulsory or not?
Depends what you want to do. If you are looking for job in industry, I think it's not important at all. But if you are want to continue in academia or want to be professor or you want to be a lab head, then I think yes, you need to go.
Which one would be more preferable?
Which one? You mean academia or industry? I'm in industry, so I would definitely say industry. But it's your personal choice, I would say, because
Why you choose industry?
that's the toughest question. And in every interview, when you apply for an industry, they will ask you, why industry? So my answer was basic, like, you can do research, you can do whatever you like, but you have to something like, you need to use these research for the public. And the only way to do it is industry. So you got your answer, I think.
So, the better future lies in both industry or
It's both. It depends on the opportunity, depends on what you want to do. My idea to join industry is like to grow more, get more money, and be like in academia, I think you need to work hard more, and then you have like less salary and working more. But for my idea to get more money, work less. So, yeah.
if our ultimate aim is to join industrial sector, तो अगर हमने अच्छे एग्जाम्स क्वालिफाई किए ना बहुत अच्छी रेट से, तो isn't it better कि हम एमएससी के बाद एग्जाम्स क्वालिफाई करके डायरेक्ट इंडस्ट्री ज्वाइन कर ले, तो जो हमारा 4 साल 5 साल का पीएचडी का टाइम है वो हमारा एज एक्सपीरियंस हमारा ऐड ऑन हो जाएगा. ये ज़्यादा बेटर नहीं होगा?
No, I would say, because I have some people from India who worked like 3-4 years after masters and then went for PhD. Because after a certain level, your growth is stopped if you don't have PhD. So if you want to grow in industry, you need to do a PhD, and then you join a higher post, and then you can grow up to the manager or whatever you want to be in. You want to stay in the management or you want to stay in the research, depending on your requirement. So I would say definitely PhD is important to get higher positions even in industry. And When I was applying for the industry for this one, Sanofi, I will apply for this one. They check my articles, they check my publications. That's why they called me first, just after second day. And they also check your CV, how strong your CV is. And the main requirement was the PhD position for this position. PhD for this position. Yeah.
And sir, what about postdoc and PhD compatibility?
Yeah. So if you want to enter into the industry, you can directly enter just after PhD. And if you're looking like senior scientist position in industry, then you can go after postdocs and you can try in academia to getting professorship or getting a tenure post for the academia. And then if you don't get, you can move to industry after that also. So.
So why foreign is always a better option?
Why?
Why foreign is always a better option?
It's not always a better option, but it is a better. Yeah, you have the research infrastructure. It's more strong there. You have things are moving more fast, more rapidly. The funding is not a problem over there. So these things and the job opportunity, which is major key. So after PhD, you get something over there. And in India, I don't know how difficult it is to get some jobs out of PhD. It's quite competitive here. So you do PhD here, you can go for postdocs, and then I have from JNU, I have some seniors, I would say all seniors, they did PhD from JNU, they are in USA right now. So they did not get options or opportunities here. That's why they moved to USA. Better life, more money, cheap infrastructure is better in US or any abroad countries.
सर जैसे आपने रिसर्च का और वैसे बताया कि काफ़ी स्कोप है बाहर, एकेडमिक्स का कितना स्कोप है? जैसे कुछ बच्चे हैं यहाँ पर जिनको प्रोफेसर वाली लाइन में जाना है, तो बाहर उनके लिए कितना कह सकते हैं ऑप्शन है यहाँ से?
In USA, I think you have more opportunities to be in academia because there are tenure on limited time period professorship, and then if you do good, they can extend your contract. But in Europe, it's quite difficult. It's quite hard for European people as well because I some French friends, they are getting they are not getting faculty positions there. So it's quite hard. Yeah. I think in India there are so many institutes are coming up. There are more positions here than Europe for academia, I think.
Sir,
Yeah.
any tips for AIR?
Study hard. I think the system has changed right now. It's a percentile these days. So before it was not percentile. But study hard and follow the notes and repeat it again and again, and then concepts has to be clear. Because that time part A was like my most favorite, and I used to do like 10 minutes, and I always used to get full marks on the A part. So it depends how quickly you do the parts, and it's right A, B, C part right now. So plan your practice at home before exam, how quickly you can do the part C and part B and then A, or depending on your ability. So my choice was like part A and then part C and then B last. B is like tick. If you don't know, cancel. So it's like that. But it depends on your ability. It's exciting, don't be sad.
Sir, the number of hours really matter
In exam?
for study?
No, if your concepts are not clear, you need to clear your concept, and that will take time. But it doesn't, there's no like scale bar, you need to study 9 hours, no. If your concept is clear, you don't need to study more. And just repeat it, and things, sometimes in biology, you just need to remember things. For that, you just go page through page through page through, you remember that. But there's no, like, you need to study 9 hours, no. You need to clear your concepts. And for me, it took time to clear my concepts on each and everything. Yeah.
So what did you do to clear your concepts? Like syllabus after चल रहे class में and you have to clear your concepts, basic concepts.
Mm-hmm.
Then how you will manage the things that you can revise the notes that are going into the classes, and you should also need to go through these basic concepts?
That's why it took me like 4 or 5 months to study, like from 9 to 4. So
So only 9 to 4 you are going
from 9
basic?
p.m. to 4 a.m. and then sleep some hours, then come back to the class, and then to clear my concept, because my concepts were not really clear, because my university or my college in Rajasthan, it was not topmost college, and then study was like not that level. Yeah. But you need to work hard and clear your concept. Once you read something and clear your concept, either it's genetics or immunology, then you don't need much time. After like a couple of months, you will be like, okay, this is done. And then you apply for exams, and then you clear all the exams. Yeah.
Sir, how many units did you prepare?
How many?
Units.
What is unit?
Around 30. There are 30 units.
I don't know. That time there was 2 books, and I had like Leninger, Prescott, and things like that in parallel to make it things, and then prepare my own notes. And I prepared notes really clear. I prepared notes first time in my life, and very clear. Yeah, because Pranav sir was like one of my favorite teachers, and Pranav sir was main teacher at that time, and then he was teaching like so clearly, and the concept were like already clear here, and then you just go home and then revise it and memorize it, and then match with another book if you want, and then you write your notes, clear notes. And if you're missing something here, you add it from Leninger, Prescott, or whatever book you're following there. Yeah.
So as we are from biology background, so we are having problem in general aptitude part. So how to combat that part?
Practice. Yeah, it is really practice, because aptitude comes with practice. That's important. If you practice like couple of times, then you solve the questions from previous years. Sometimes they repeat it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sir, I want to do my PhD in biomedical research. So, sir, India or abroad, which one is better?
Tough. Again, there is a good ACBR here. You can do PhD from ACBR in Delhi. And there are, I would say, both are better, both are good. There are good institutes in India and abroad as well. Mainly depends how motivated, how much work you want to do it. I mean, how motivated you are on the subject, and you want to live in Europe, do PhD in 3-4 years, and you want to live in India with parents, with, there's a different culture and completely different society there. So you need to think each and every point. Sometimes it happens, European PhD are 3 years or 4 years maximum, but if you join lab, which is not very good, performing very good, and you ended up without paper, then it's really difficult to get postdoc over there as well. So, yeah.
can you suggest some nanotechnologies lab?
Biotechnology.
Nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology. Yes, there is a Paris Chemitech. There is one in Paris, Agritech. One is Nanotech Biology, Paris. But I can share with you, with sir, some labs that are working on nanotechnology. Yeah.
A special thanks to our guest, Mr. Anand. He has delivered so much information to you. Then, special thanks to Pranav sir, who has organized this special talk. And more special thanks to you, because you have listened to him very patiently. Okay. So, with the permission of our guest, I here announce that the program is over.
Thank you.